You'll see a lot of people asking the question and posing the question of what exactly does AI do for business? How exactly are businesses utilizing it for successful means, etc. Like a lot of people criticize these things and call out people to give actual real world use cases. So here I am with a real world use case for those people. And so I want to, first of all, focus on this. This concept here that I didn't create is created by Dan Ko, looks like at Go Limitless. And essentially, it's how I envision that you should utilize AI overall, which is to reduce the gap between idea and execution. Plain and simple, right? That's exactly what AI does, and that's what it does efficiently. It's not to replace your coding agent or to replace an app, to replace an employee, to replace like anything within those frameworks, right? It's to reduce the gap between idea and execution, plain and simple. And then so if you're not doing that, then you're doing it wrong. And I talk to a lot of businesses daily that understand like 90% of these things, but then it's the disconnect to me comes at that last 10%. like I can see they're jiving, they're along the path, they understand all the concepts, and then it's like, well, like, okay, get me an app that will give me an app or a series of apps that will like do this and do X, Y, and Z, and then we'll call it good. And it's like, well, like, I mean, that's not the real disruption of AI, right? Like, and then so this is an actual presentation that I'm going to give in a few hours here. And then so I decided, why not give this overall, right? So this is like actual real use case in this instance for a marketing organization that wants to utilize AI to empower their outreach, right? So phone, email, SMS, etc., all across the board. And then they are very keen on utilizing AI to do this. And the specific request from the business is to come up with a series of apps that would be put together that could do this. Up front, I told them that if they didn't want to do this via this app-based process, they'd be looking at, let's say, like $3,000 to $5,000, like upfront. And then if they paid that $3,000 to $5,000 upfront, they would never have to pay essentially like any of these fees that I'm going to go into here, right? And then like I think it's just like big numbers, right? And then it's like, well, like $3,000 to $5,000 upfront, as opposed to what's going to work out to them to be like $1,000 per month. They want to pay the $1,000 per month, and it's their upfront assumption, right? So let me break that down for you. So this is the first thing that I'm going to go over here within this is exactly what the business asked for a breakdown of apps and AI-powered apps that will do exactly what they want to do for their marketing department, which is essentially AI-powered outreach, right? And then so I've looked through, and I can give them essentially the best and cheapest cost providers that I've found. And then so the first one that I've found is this one called Conven, and then it's noting it's starting at $80 per month, right? And then that's the starting price, but then it scales up like dramatically from there. And then this is for AI-powered voice calling agents. And then so this gives them essentially what they want within that. So automated call auditing, real-time agent assistance with conversational intelligence that they don't have to set up on their own. Automated agent coaching, conversational behavior analysis, and then multiple languages, right? Multiple language support. And then so they'd be looking, we'll call it like $200 per month. That's what they'd be looking at for that, right? And then their alternatives would be Mitra, for example, and then Mitra runs between $20 and $880 per month. And then so again, these are big fees and a big variances in costs, right? Like a lot of companies are thinking like, oh, well, I'll just go the app route because it's going to minimize my variance in costs. You can see up front here with the first ones that I'm pointing out that it's very much not the case, right? It's $20 to $880 per month, and then they're going to find ways to stack on more on top of that, right? And then this is, again, just for calling, but this is all of the calling features that you would want. So this is like personalized calls, voice cloning, multilingual, group calling, etc. Right? Like these are big agents. Then you have like another example would be Dialpad, and it's $15 per user, or $25 per user per month, and then on top of that you pay for like your actual your call time, right? So it's $15 per user per month for the generosity of using their platform, and then you're paying whatever their actual call fees are on top of this. Going through, you would have like DeepGram, which is like around $200 per month, and then let's dive into emails, right? So that's calling, and then we'll call it between $100 per month and $1,000 per month, and then you have AI-powered email solutions. And then so this first one that I'm going to show you here, Flowrite, is by far the cheapest one. And they're $5 per month for 15 messages, 15 per month for 150, or $30 per month for unlimited messages. So $30 per month is what you could get away with just like for emailing. And this would be AI-powered writing assistant with personalized suggestions, template gallery, and time-saving calculator. So this isn't going to actually do the automation work for you, but it would give you AI-powered assistance for, let's call it $30 per month per user. And then you have Line AI, which is more expensive, right? So $120 per month for 1,200 line credits, or a Sales Navigator at $39 per month, and then they have a combo for $600 per month, which gives you some email credits and some line credits. And then again, this is all based off of usage, right? And they're breaking it down based off of usage. So you could be more than $600 per month. And then again, this is for your email, right? So let's say it's $600 per month for email, and then $600 per month for your phone. You're at $1,200 per month, and then plus like some other usage fees, etc. Right? Just pointing that out. SmartWriter, same thing. Like it's they have a $50 plan for 400 leads, and then $300 for 3,500 leads. And then again, this is for a more of like an assistant style. So $300 per month for your assistant style. That's not your actual like assistant that's on demand. Same thing with like Superhuman, right? $30 per month per user, giving you kind of just more additional features. And then I can go through kind of these other ones, but they all fall kind of under that same ballpark, right? So let's say $600 per month for phone, $600 per month for email, and then we've got text. We need to add on to that, right? And then text is we've got a few different options here, and then so all of these options are going to be on top of like any sort of like fees that we would pay for the phone numbers, for the calling, etc. And then essentially we're really paying like per user and per seat. So like for Jasper, we'd be looking at $50 per seat, or like $70 for up to 5 seats. So we get benefits there. With this Surfer, we're looking at $100 per month, and then $200 per month for their more scale plan, and then Enterprise is custom pricing. The bottom line is that like for SMS, it's generally cheaper, and then we also have, if you want like say like your marketing journey on top of that, so we have like Jasper AI or anything like that gives you like more types of visuals. So let's say that SMS is 50, and then your marketing journey software is another 50, and then so you're looking at 6 plus 6 plus another 100, $1,300 per month. And then what the alternative is to this is one time, let's say $3,000 to $5,000. So one time within literally 3 to 4 months, you're paying for all of this, right? And then what do you get out of that? And then that like 3,000 to 5,000 is paying someone like me. That's assuming that your labor costs, right? That you're actually like paying for them. And then so if you didn't want to actually pay for your labor costs, this could be free, really, right? Like and then so what I'm doing here is I'm literally taking everything that we have built out there. So I've got email messaging, passing over to like even social media data. So I can do email, SMS, phone, and social. So I'm showing like even one more channel than we had there, right? And then of course I would need all of the credentials for all of these things, but we'd be paying for these credentials either way, right? These credentials would be paying for on top of that $1,300 per month anyway, and would be required either way that we go. And then essentially all this code is doing then is setting up a program to manage these things for you, right? Very simplistically. And it's all in Python here. I could add a UI onto this, but this is what it breaks down to for you. So this is a demo of your automated contact platform. And then so it would start off, you select your option, right? Select your options to add a contact, configure channel frequency, send a campaign message. In this instance, I chose to add a contact of John Doe. I entered a phone number and an email address. I can enter any of their social activities, etc. And then from there, I can choose an action. And then so from there, I chose to configure the channel frequency of John Doe. And I chose to send them a phone message every day for 1 day. And I can adjust all of the frequency within there. And then I decided to run the campaign. So we can see that it actually runs, and then it sends. In this instance, I decided to add channels. So it sent SMS and then it updates the campaign manager, sending emails, sending phones, updating the frequency, etc. Right? And then we can go through this whole entire platform. Here it is. I could add a pretty UI on top of this, join it all together, make it like an actual web-based interface that's just pinging and doing all of these things on the back end. That is like as minimal as it could be, right? And then so within this, what you're paying up is you're just literally paying to set this up, and then you would have your known upfront costs, right? And then so this is the automated marketing costs for Twilio, SMS, etc. And then again, you're paying these costs, like this cost for this worksheet here. You're paying this whether or not you go with this app-based solution or this Python-based solution. And then within this, you have your Twilio costs for SMS, which pointing out to the people that don't know within this, your most expensive part of this is like short codes, right? Is actually like having the numbers. And so when it comes to SMSing as a business, there's a lot of regulations around this, which is why this exists, like why these are so expensive, right? And then like look at the short codes. So for short codes, they have a one-time fee of $1,500 and a quarterly cost between $1,500 and $4,500 to remain active. You're paying this like one time $1,500 and then $1,500 to $4,500 every single month per short code, just for the privilege of being able to send SMS text messages as a business. Like a lot of businesses, this is very shocking to them. So I'm just pointing this out. Like if you have 10 short codes, it's $1,500 times 10, and then $1,500 to $4,500 times 10 per quarter. And then you're paying your 5 cents per charge on top of that, like 5 cents per message on top of that, right? And so it stacks very quickly. And then so here's the rates. It's actually like less than 5 cents. But you have to combine inbound and outbound, right? Assuming that you send a message and you are going to get responses to it, then it's a combination of both of the costs. And these costs are very minimal on a per message basis, but they literally less than a penny per message, but they stack up very quickly. And then again, on top of those other charges, right? And then on top of that, you have like call recording costs through Twilio, which, like, being very honest, like call recording costs for Twilio, it's very minimal, right? It's they give you, for every single plan or project that you sign up with them, they give you 10,000 minutes free, and then it's 0.00005 cents per minute per month for storage on top of that. And so a lot of these companies that I'm pointing out here in this one, they're bilking you hard on stuff like this, right? This is where they're going to make their money, because they're getting like up to 10,000 minutes for free, and then it's very cheap, and then they're probably like doubling or quadrupling this rate, and it still looks good to you. Just pointing that out, right? And then you have like all different types of like surcharges that make it really hard to estimate these costs like upfront, right? So if you're doing like a lot of like telemarketing where it's just nobody hangs up, like dial, click, nobody's picking up, they'll charge you more for that. If people aren't answering the phone for like the same things, they're charging more for that. Like for telemarketing operations, plain and simple, they're gonna surcharge you up. And like that's just how it is. You pay these fees regardless, one way or another. Same thing with emails, right? Like you need to essentially like for your average cost per email for a business is generally between 10 and 30 cents per email, right? And there's not like ways around that. Like the average cost to actually send is very minimal, like 0.0001 cents. But then when you translate again to all of the costs that are involved per email contact, it's between 10 and 30 cents per contact for your typical business that you're paying in these instances. And then so kind of bottom line and wrapping this all up again, so you have two routes when you're taking these types of things. So the assumption is upfront, we want to improve our marketing and our sales efforts. We want to automate it. We want to bring in this instance, some sort of like AI powered apps and solutions within that. Option number one is going your traditional software route, which what exactly are you bringing AI in for in that instance? It's not actually benefiting you. It's adding more complexity to your system as opposed to less, and more cost to your system as opposed to less. Or a solution like this where you fully own the solution, you fully own the costs, you fully own exactly what this is, and then you have an asset for your company at the end of the day, right? Like this becomes an asset for you as opposed to Conven or Mitra or whoever Dialpad, whoever you're paying, right? These aren't assets to your company. This is an asset that your company literally owns that goes on your balance sheet as an asset for the company, and then you can write it down as an asset for your company, right? There's lots of advantages to going this route. Just like ignoring the fact that it's $3,000 to $5,000 up front. And again, I'm just estimating that as the labor cost. It could be significantly lower than that. And then so to me, when I look at these equations, I flat out don't understand how anyone doesn't see this the same math. Like, how do you like see this and then ask the questions like, well, I don't understand how exactly business or business has changed via AI and these things. Well, here you go, right? Like I mean, I'm replacing the software, let's say $5,000-$10,000 per month for a small business software here for free. This notebook is open source. Do whatever you want with it, right? If you need help setting this up, that's where I come in and I see my role within this. But I don't see my role in this as gatekeeping this information from you, because the information is now so easy to do and so easy to build. If you have Python experience and if you can manage Python and understand how to read Python code well enough, you can reconstruct all of this on your own without me. If you can't do that, and there's a lot of lazy people out there, so I stay in business, right? If you can't do that, please reach out. I'm happy to help you there, but I'm happy to not gatekeep this information for you overall. So hopefully this gives you a good idea and actual summation of a literal real world use case of utilizing AI. So when you ask yourself, or people ask, like, how exactly is AI literally or really a real use case for transforming these things? Here we go. You've seen it with your own eyes. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.